awkward. I'm not holding anything. There's like a stain on my crotch. I should be giving you that view. Instead, you're getting like my crusty old fan in the back. It's like rusted. Do you ever just feel like doing nothing? That's me right now. So I'm just trying to soak up the Florida sunshine before the summer hits. Like, the summer is preheating. The weather is preheating. Florida is preheating because it's about to just be so miserable. We're not gonna wanna walk outside. It's still like earlier in the morning, so there's a nice breeze. Just full of gratitude today, full of gratitude, watching the kids play and stuff. But unfortunately, there are about 700 tasks on my to-do list. And earlier today, I just pulled up, I was trying to look for, now I'm wondering, can you hear me? It's so windy. I was trying to look for a gift for someone we know who just got engaged. And I'm trying to think, like, what do you get someone who just got engaged? I don't know. Maybe like the same kind of thing you would get for their bridal shower, but I'm trying to think, like, the last time we went to a bridal shower, we got something off their registry. But so then I'm thinking, like, oh, what did I want when I was engaged? I didn't get anything. I didn't even get a bridal shower. So maybe money is the best option. Speaking of money, teacher gifts, I need to throw those together today. I did get a few things from Trader Joe's, like a box of chocolates, Forrest Gump style. I'm just gonna slap an Amazon gift card on top of that. Do you hear the birds? It's just so lovely. It makes me want to hang a line of laundry out there, and then I'm like, I don't even want to do laundry, so. Okay, now this is getting me excited for today. I wasn't sure what I was going to do today. I thought, you know what, should I make a bunch of like Mother's Day brunch recipes? I just don't feel like it. I do feel like eating, so I'm gonna make a couple of recipes that I want to share with you. The other day, someone brought over whoopie pies, and I was like, yes, oh my gosh, I was so pumped and excited to eat them. She did a really great job making them. They just didn't hit the spot like they normally do. Like an Amish whoopie pie, unbeatable. So I might throw together some whoopie pies today. And then a part of me is like, Kim, do you need to eat whoopie pies? Yes, the answer to that is yes. I found a Pioneer Woman recipe for some kind of breakfast casserole. I'm always trying to find something to eat for breakfast that doesn't include brownies. So I'll throw that together. Dinner, of course. I kind of have to reset the house. Like, I'm hanging out with you, but really I'm looking behind you and seeing all of the mess and the chaos. Like, this is still here from Easter. We got some problems hanging on out here. And it's not just outside, the waters need to be restocked. Like inside, I think that's part of the reason why I came outside, because I was like, I just can't anymore. It's not that bad, but it's like, you know, maybe I'll make a meal plan. I have to get my life back together. That's what I need to do. Get my life, I was thinking like Sunday reset. Time to get your life together. I'll take a couple baby steps to do that today. What's for dinner, lunches during the week. I gotta stock the fridge for all of that goodness. My hair needs to be washed, but we'll talk about that another time. You wanna see if the chickens laid an egg? By the way, this is the chaos that I was looking at. It might not seem that bad, but it is, just trust. And if you want the view, here it is. Actually, it's totally blown out. Oh, hello. How are we doing? Yeah. Did you leave some eggs for me? Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello. This one doesn't like me as much. Oh, thank you so much, ladies. I usually let Meredith pick these up, but clearly she's slacking. Hey, I've been looking for you for like 10 minutes. I put you down in the laundry room because I thought, oh, let's maybe get some laundry done. Maybe later, I don't even care about it. Okay, just kidding. So I went back outside, the kids were eating yogurt, and I saw my shoes out there. First of all, I don't even know what they're doing out there, but they are looking a little dingy. So I'm going to let them soak, and then I'm going to throw them in the washing machine. I don't know how this is going to work. Is this blurry? My eyes are just real blurry today. I don't know, but I mean, listen, they've seen better days. Actually, those have too, but it's for another time. I'm gonna fill the sink up with water, and then I have some OxyClean here. All right, where was I? I literally get pulled in 4 different directions every like half second. I just put OxyClean in here. I don't know if that's enough water, but I'm just gonna put them upside down. You know, I've seen people do this where they like pre-scrub it. I'm just Doing it the lazy way, I guess.
We'll see if this works. I'm just submerging them underwater using my bottle of vinegar.
They went to a carnival yesterday. Well, like a carnival that their school was putting on. It was actually amazing. But the line to get ices, or whatever the heck it's called, Kona ice, was 5 hours long. So I said, make it when you get home. So they're outside making Kona ices right now. What the heck is this? Blueberry sausage breakfast cake. Interesting. Is that nuts on top? Anyway, I told you I was looking at brunch recipes. I might make like one brunch recipe. I came here to get some inspiration for meal planning for the week. Just quick, simple meals. Last week was so busy. And this week I fear is going to be just as busy. It's almost summertime, so the busyness will let up soon. Just for the next 3 weeks, pretty sure it's just straight chaos. I did find a recipe for Pioneer Woman breakfast casserole, and that sounds delightful, but that's not gonna carry us through the week. So I'm gonna have to dig a little deeper. Oh, I think, ooh, cause it's gonna be May. I wore my NSYNC shirt to the gym the day before it was May, and El Dante is all I have to say about that. But since it's May, you know what that means, a new monthly subscription meal plan. I don't know what to call it. The Macro Friendly Foods, the first of the month comes out with new recipes. So you know what, it's just what I need to get me in the meal planning spirit. Some new recipes. I like to pull these together on my app because then I can like add it to a meal plan. You can create your own meal plan with however many recipes you want, but it goes Monday through Sunday. It has 7 days. You can put as many recipes in there as you want, and it'll create a grocery list for you, which is like my favorite part of it. But I do like to have the tangible recipe printed out and ready to go, so that I have it when I am making dinner. I don't know what it is. I just don't always like having my phone out while I'm like making dinner. Something about seeing the screen and the text, I would just much rather have a piece of paper. So I'm gonna print out the recipes, make my meal plan, grocery list, probably on the app. Oh yeah, she has got some good ones this month. Do you wanna see some of the pictures so you can get some meal inspiration too? Here we go.
If you are subscribed, you just go to the Macro Friendly Foods website and then download the PDF each month. I think when you sign up, you get the past 2 months for free, but this is May's. And I just keep it in a folder on my desktop. I've have like the past couple of years worth. But come on, May 2024 meal plan, let's go. Those are all the dishes in a glance. So we've got Korean barbecue steak pizza, California Cobb salad, marinated shrimp skewers, crispy honey salmon bites. Remember when I told you salmon bites were on the next meal plan? Slow cooker root beer pulled pork. Honestly, that sounds so good. Waldorf chicken salad, Crunchwrap Supreme Dream. You know that's going on the meal plan. Orzo chicken salad, chopped Italian salad, buffalo cauliflower, yeah. Asparagus casserole, pass on that. Protein peanut butter bars, rolling. And then that's it. She provides a couple printables so you can like, you know, jot it out, but I don't do any of that. I don't track my macros. I'm not that involved with it. I just love it because it gives me really great meal inspiration. Obviously you can go on Pinterest, but I find that Pinterest is just so overwhelming, and this kind of streamlines it where it's like, here are some recipes, make them. And I'm like, those sound great, thank you so much. It's like all the work is essentially done for me. I think that's why I enjoy it. And then of course, like sometimes I go back into previous months and print more out. Cross our fingers that my printer is actually working today. Which one was your favorite off of the May's meal plans? Crunchwrap Supreme Dream? Pretty sure it's my #1. It's not working. Of course it's not. Actually, you know what I've been consumed with? Facebook Marketplace, trying to find a corner cabinet for this area over here. It's going! So I'm browsing through because I need a few more recipes, and I remember seeing on her Instagram, she said her favorite from, I don't know, previous month, what is this, March, was the Bacon Rancher Burger. It's like the copycat, oh, what's that restaurant called? Like Cheesecake Factory? I think Cheesecake Factory. No, Chili's? I don't know. She did a copycat recipes from a certain restaurant. This is one of them, the Bacon Rancher Burger. I'm not huge on burgers. Alex really is, so I'm going to make that one, and it's a freebie on her Instagram, so if you want to follow her there, she shares all kinds of recipes for free. You don't have to follow the subscription plan. Just great meal inspiration all together. So I think that'll be a good one. But if you don't follow me on Instagram, I shared that one of our neighbors is not keto, but he's low carb. So whenever we grill out, we do like burgers and dogs, whatever. He always eats it without a bun. And so when I was buying buns for, you know, grilling out the other day, maybe like a week or two ago, I don't even remember at this point. What year is it, honestly? And so I found some keto hamburger buns. And so the net carb, I don't really know how people who track their macros do it, but it was like 2 net carbs for a hamburger bun. And I thought, wow, that's crazy. So I got them. I actually might have some in my pantry.
Let's take a little field trip to the pantry. Oh, wow, it's so nice and organized in here, or at least it was at one point in time. This is it. I don't know the brand. Nature's Own. There we go. Nature's Own Keto, soft white. So, oh, 1 net carb. Look at that. So if you're tracking this kind of stuff, I don't keep track per se, but I am mindful, more mindful. So 17 grams, and then you're supposed to subtract the fiber. It has 16 grams of fiber in there, 0 sugar. That's what it's all about. 9 grams of protein. So like, is it the best bun that I've ever had in my life? 0%. No, it actually wasn't great at all. It kind of tastes like cardboard, but with, you know, all the fixings and stuff, you don't really notice. Like our neighbor who hasn't had a bun in a long time, he was like, this is great. But I was like, this is kind of funky. But for 1 net carb, I mean, you can't really go wrong.
Miss Susie went to heaven, Miss Sima went to hell, operator, please give me number 9. And if you disconnect me, I'll chop up your behind the refrigerator. There was a piece of glass, and if you disconnect me, oh wait.
And if you dare to step on me, I'll
kick your little ass. Me, no more questions.
I'll tell you no more lies. The boys are
in the bathroom, zipping up their flies. They're in the meadow, the bees are in their hive.
And Miss Susie and her boyfriend are kissing in the D-A-R-Q.
Dark. What? There's more?
Movies at the show.
I don't know if we have
The show is like a...
I don't remember any of this part.
I remember some of it.
Ours ended in the D-A-R-Q, dark. All right, I'm gonna work on the meal plan now. You know, it doesn't take that long to do, and I'm always thankful for when I get it done because I feel like I have my life that much more together, and it's one less thing I have to think of on the daily. And I like having this. It's super simple. I got this for $1 at the Target dollar spot, I don't know, 7 years ago. And then I just print it up. It says meal plan, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't even follow the days. And then on the back, I typically just write like breakfast ideas or lunch ideas sometimes. Like for breakfast, if I wanna make sure I put it on my grocery list, I'll write like yogurt, because my kids love yogurt. And every yogurt has 7 billion probiotics in it. I don't even know how they can count that.
I typically also go around the house and ask the kids what they want for lunches for the upcoming week, and then make sure that I'm able to gather those ingredients as well. And then there's obviously the original staples. I saw something the other day. It's like the normal weekly, like, oh, I forgot something, let me pick it up from the grocery store these days is $100. It will set you back $130. And not even like I'm going to the grocery store to get everything for the week. It's like that midweek, I need a few things. Do you know what I mean? Our grocery bill is through the roof. And that's what meal planning helps with too, helps us keep in check, like this is what's for dinner tonight, and you know, just knowing what to buy and not getting all the extras, even though I feel like we are always getting extras, just trying to rein it in a little bit. But I love having a meal plan, and I'm super excited actually for what's for dinner tonight. So it's always a good idea to make one, to have a guideline. It's one less thing to think about. That's what I like. Hey, I also thought I would throw in here and mention, if you are interested in the Macro Friendly Foods meal subscription plan, it sends you recipes once a month. I do have a code. It's always linked in my description box. You can get 10% off of your first purchase. I'm just throwing that out there just in case you are interested. No pressure to do it. She has free recipes on her Instagram too. I just like having the tangible things and like being able to look them up whenever. So here's the meal plan all together.
And every recipe is from Macro Friendly Foods just because it streamlines it for me and I can easily make a recipe on my phone, like not a recipe, a grocery list. So I have Mexican street corn enchiladas with Mexican street corn salad and Mexican black beans. Mexican black beans are literally the best thing I've ever had. If I can eat them breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a week straight, it's my like hyperfixation meal whenever I eat it. They are spicy. Even if I use a mild enchilada sauce, they're still on the spicy side. So just a heads up there. Bacon rancher burger with chopped Italian salad. I might not make the chopped Italian salad, but it always comes with a dressing recipe and it just gives me an idea that I'm going to make a salad. Crunchwrap Supreme casserole with black bean taco salad. That taco salad is one of my faves and it has a dressing recipe and it's to die for. It's so good. Boneless buffalo wings with buffalo cauliflower. Slow cooker root beer pulled pork with pineapple coleslaw. No bake peanut butter bars with protein. And then you're on your own, a yo-yo night, which ultimately means like leftovers, we'll pull something out, make it quick and easy, but there it is if you're needing some dinner inspiration. Turns out we still had some whoopie pies in the fridge, and by some I mean a couple, and you can tell a little child got a hold of this one. It may have been in the fridge for maybe a day or two too long, but here it is, and if I get my life together enough, I'll make some before the day is over and then maybe be able to pack it in the kids' lunches. The ones I make are mini. I have one of those like mini whoopie pie makers. All right, I'm gonna grab the Amazon gift cards that I have and then put together the teacher gifts just real quick so I know it's done and I don't have to worry about it. So sick. There is cheese on the table from last night's dinner. We had spaghetti. We went to the carnival and we almost got food on the way home. We had like, you know, extra people with us and we were like, I was voting for Chipotle all the way because I don't know what it is. I had it once like, I don't know, a couple months ago, and ever since then I was like, this stuff is so great. I always get the tofu, whatever that's called. Sofritas. Al dente is all I have to say about that. Okay, anyway, I'm starting to put together the teacher gifts. I once had these little sleeves and it says hands down the best teacher around, and then it's just like a little gift card sleeve. There's one in here. I was counting the amount of gift cards that I have because we just like order a bunch with our credit card reward points and then like keep them for birthday gifts or whatever. So I only have 6 and then 8, 7, 8. I actually don't know how much is on this one. I think it's more than what I have on these, but I think I'm going to just order some off of Amazon. How? Because they have some really cute ones. I think they're like Mother's Day themed, but they have flowers on them. I'm like, these are way cuter. If I have to wait a day to give them their gifts anyway, I might as well just make it cute, right? And then I got these for like the office staff. I'm just gonna bring them to the office. I don't know, put a little like write on it because they deserve a little something too. But I figured I'd show you what I did get for the teachers from Trader Joe's just in case you missed that video. I went there and they had these boxes and they just have chocolates inside of them. Honestly, part of me is like, should I have used this money and just added it to the gift card? I just always like giving something tangible along with it. And so I've got a bag full of those and I'm just gonna slap a gift card on top of it and call it a day. I actually can't do it right now because I have to order the gift cards, but I figured I'd show you because I told you I was gonna do it. I will likely do it tomorrow and then they can hand it to the teachers like throughout the week, like Tuesday or whatever, you know? Okay, actually, this is disgusting. Look how dirty that water is. I'm just passing through the laundry room and this needs to be switched over, so I figured I'd do that real quick. And for real, today my goal is to clear out this laundry room, start the week off fresh, go through their rooms, just tidy up a little bit. Their bathrooms are needing more attention than anything else, honestly. But first, I think I'm going to cut up some fruit. I went to the garage. I had a melon out there, so I'm just gonna get that going. So let this be a lesson for you. Oh my gosh, my counters are so gross. Also, this yogurt is empty. Ooh! I need to put yogurt on my grocery list that I have yet to really properly make. It's the mental list, right? That's piling up on the inside. Anyway, what was I starting out with? Let this be a reminder for you to cut your fruit when you buy it. In the camera, that doesn't look that bad, or does it? I'm gonna say like 90% this has gone bad. Oh my gosh, so far so good. Let's see what the bottom looks like. I put it in my fridge when I saw it starting to discolor. Oh my gosh, this might actually be the perfect pineapple. I have a pineapple and a melon. My mouth is salivating right now. Oh, it's summertime and the living is easy. All the fresh fruit. Oh, and I have to clean up outside too. Always so much to do, so little time. Also, so little care to do it, depending on what it is. When I tell you, this is the best pineapple I've had in a really long time. Oh, I don't know if I'm getting ready for summertime or whatever, but it was so juicy, so delicious. I thought for sure, maybe it was because my expectations were so low. I thought it was going to be rotten. It was al dente, as I just told you. It's so good. The al dente is a little inside joke. I know it's supposed to be like, ooh, bellissima. I actually don't even know what they kiss their hands. Perfecto. They can really say whatever you want when you do that little chef's kiss. Well, I guess what would be most appropriate if you're talking about food? Delicious? It doesn't matter. I like to say al dente, and I'm going to keep saying that till the day I die because I watched... Oh, okay, if you know, you know. If you don't, let's move on. I am cutting up some fruit. Holy crap. I love having fruit cut up in the fridge ready to go. If my kids need a snack, I'm like, oh, don't you step one foot into that pantry with all those pesky little like prepackaged snacks. That's for your lunchbox. Let me grab, well, actually the fruit is for their lunchbox too. Just having it ready to go is such a game changer. And I also will throw it out for lunch, like out on the counter or the table, wherever we're having lunch or dinner. Just whenever, and if we're sitting down at the table and we're finished eating dinner and we're just sitting there chatting, which happens most of the time, if we have this out, then we're like munching on the fruit or whatever I have out there. And it's like a healthy little pop, you know what I mean? So it's just nice to have out there. So I love getting this done. It doesn't always happen, but I'm always thankful for when I am able to, have it pre-cut and stuff. And this honeydew, wait, this is honeydew, right? Was that a pineapple I just cut up? Anyway, it was just as juicy and delicious as the pineapple was. I'm so surprised. And you know what? I got watermelon the other day. I'm only buying the pre-cut watermelon from now on. I don't know. I can see that it's not rotten, and that's good enough for me. Oh, all those people who are like tipping things these days, I just don't understand it. So that was my little nod to make fun of that. Not making fun of the people who do it, just making fun of the fact that it's happening. Time to tidy up the fridge a little bit. It's actually not that bad. For whatever reason, Alex wanted to keep the chilies. Like, I'll eat it. It was okay. I'm like, okay. The worst, if you saw my last vlog, I talked about it. I didn't make it, by the way. I never make a bad chili. Actually, who the heck knows? I don't want to jinx myself. But anyway, I had that tray of like chocolatey treats that I needed to get rid of because every time I would open the fridge, I would just it's one of those things where you're browsing for something to eat and you eat it while you're browsing. And it's just not a great situation. So I finally just got rid of it. And it was like a week old. So a couple good reasons there. The rest of the fridge, I just needed to tidy up, like get things out that weren't good anymore. And I don't remember what all. I put the fruit in there. Oh, I had some packaged cheese. I just divvied up, And then it reminded me, oh crap. Okay, I actually did that. Not this part. Okay, let me rewind my thoughts. I opened my fridge. I was like tidying up my fridge and I saw my sourdough. And I thought, you know what? Let me just feed my sourdough starter. I need a bigger jar is what the problem I'm having is. That big jar I had, it was actually perfect, but then it broke. So now I'm stuck in limbo over here until I find a bigger jar or get a bigger jar for it. There are so many things I need to get done around the house, like actually decorate the kids' bedrooms and like get them rugs. And I don't know. I feel like it's good enough, but also I'm like, they deserve something special. Anyway, back to the sourdough. So I'm just feeding it. I'm taking the sourdough. You guys, if you're ever wondering, oh, I don't know. Listen, just do the sourdough. Just get it done. Every time it surprises me, I'm like, this has been sitting in the fridge literally 3 weeks. Haven't fed it. Barely any hooch on top. I'm like, is this dead? I don't know. And it is always alive. Always surprising me. So it's equal parts flour and starter and water in grams, equal parts. So typically it's like half of the liquid is as much as the solid. Do you know what I mean? Like if it's a cup of flour, it's going to be half a cup of water, that kind of situation. I'm just giving it a mix. I divvied it up between 2 jars, and then I'm just going to see if it's alive. You know, there's a lot of sourdough starter to not be alive. It would be a very big waste of ingredients if it was not. But I was willing to take that chance because I feel like every time I've done this in the past, it works out. So I feel like it also matters how mature your starter is. And this is a pretty mature starter. So when I say mature, it's like, I don't even know how old it is. I want to guess a year, maybe more than that. But I got it from a friend of mine. So I feel, who the heck even knows? But it could be 5 years old. I digress. It doesn't matter. Feed my starter, putting it on the countertop. And this morning, I went and made 3 loaves of bread and still have a ton of starter left that I actually need to feed before I do something else with it or put it in the fridge. It is a labor of love. It does take time to make the bread and do all the things with it. I made crepes the other day. Not my favorite recipe, honestly. I made, and those were all my eggs from the chicken. So sweet. We're gathering quite the collection. And it's funny, like, I'll say, oh gosh, we're getting a lot. And then I'll make an omelet and, they're all gone or whatever. Most of the time in the morning when I get home from the gym, I'll make toast with a couple of eggs. But I haven't been going to the gym every single day because the kids always have something going on in the morning at their school. So I need to be there, or like doctor's appointments. Last week and this week specifically are very morning heavy, so I haven't been able to get a chance to go to the gym, and I feel like it's testing me for summertime and what's to come, and I'm like, I need to figure out a new routine, a new situation. So anyway, the sourdough, I've got 3 loaves of brewing, so they're rising in my oven right now. So hopefully if you follow me on Instagram, you'll probably see all 3 of those being baked and looking good. I wish I could send you some, but you could just start your own little starter there. I've moved on to cleaning this bathroom. It was really needing my attention. Since the little ones moved in here, I feel like it doesn't get as much love as when the older girls were in here because, they would do the cleaning sometimes. But the little ones, they're not at that level yet, okay? And one day they will be. Today's not that day, so I'm taking over that. And then also when the little ones are brushing their teeth, just everywhere. It gets everywhere. All over the mirrors. I'm like, the mirror is absolutely filthy. By the way, I used the all-purpose cleaner on the mirrors. Like, it's all the same stuff. I don't even care. I think it's fantastic. I stepped back to make sure there weren't any streaks, and it looked fine. It looked great. I don't know. A part of me was about to go, search for some window cleaner. I'm not even sure I have any window cleaner. The Blue Land cleaner, I typically only get the all-purpose cleaning tablets, like the, just the tablets to buy. I get them off Amazon. It's like a auto ship to my house. And I never get the window ones. And it cleans the mirrors just as well. So if you're ever wondering, well, now you know. And finishing off the bathroom, I'm just bringing these rugs in to wash with my shoes. Some of the videos that I was watching left their shoes to soak literally overnight. Oh my gosh, I really want to get this laundry room cleared out. I am not going to let it sit overnight, mostly because that's good enough. How long has it been in there? What more is it going to do? Water is so gross. I'm also wondering, should I scrub this? Let me get a little, cleaning brush happening. I'm not going in with any extra soap yet, although there is one stain here. I don't know what it's from. Could probably use some extra soap. Let me see, hand soap. It's all the same stuff. All the cleaning stuff, I feel like it's all the same, except for bleach. I'll give it a scrub and then I'll toss it in the washing machine. I've never cleaned my shoes. I guess I should scrub the bottom too, why not? I'll tell you something else. I've never had white tennis shoes before, and this is exactly why. Although I'm sure my black ones are 500 times dirtier than this. You just can't tell because they're black. But growing up, my mom would never. White shoes, no thank you. Honestly, not so bad cleaning the shoes. I would do this again. It was hands off. Took me maybe 5 minutes in total to bring the shoes in here and soak them and then scrub. Do you know what I mean? Hardly any effort. And I was in the market for some new white shoes. I'm like, I need to buy some new white shoes. Mine are looking miserable. They've got plenty of miles left on them. These are actually my cross training shoes. So I say that as if I have running shoes versus cross training shoes. This is what I wear in my like HIIT fitness classes. Typically, my workouts include weight training, and then I do HIIT, the I don't even know what it stands for anymore. High intensity interval training. That's got to be wrong. It's not. It's actually correct. So yay for me. That's what I do. I actually love it. And I have run a couple of times since I've been going back to the gym consistently. But you know what? Every time I run, I'm like, how did I ever do this before? And I really feel like it's just getting into the routine of it. And also the level of cardio I'm at right now is nowhere near where I used to be. So I'm running at a slower pace. And the whole time I'm like, man, I feel like I got lead in my shoes. So anyway, that's a whole other story for another time if you would be interested in listening to me talk about that. But the moral of the story is, short story long, I almost got new white shoes because like, oh, I need new ones. But no, I don't. I just needed to wash them because they are still perfectly fine for doing like HIIT classes and stuff like that. It's not like the soles are falling off of them and they're not completely worn. They're just dirty. So there's that. And I'm actually really surprised with the results. I show you a clip of them when I get them out of the washing machine, but now that they're out of the dryer, I feel like they're bright white, and I wish I would have taken a picture so I could compare and contrast, like throw it up on Instagram or something, but you can see in the video clip. I'll try to do that before I upload this video. When I show you the finished clip, I'll do a quick before and after, and then you'll be able to see like, wow, looks amazing. So just a little bit of OxyClean goes a long way. If you don't have OxyClean, just use like powdered detergent or whatever the heck you have. I feel like it'll work just as well. And now I'm just wiping down the laundry room. I told you guys it was a goal of mine to get this done, to like get it nice and tidy in here. And I literally, when I tell you I did not want to do anything this day, I was paralyzed in the morning thinking, what should I do? Should I do a cook with me? Should I do a Costco shop with me? Should I, like, you know what I mean? Like going over in my head and not wanting to do any of it, just wanting to sit and literally do nothing all day. But you know, if that happens, if I sit and do nothing all day, then it just piles up for the next day. So stuff has to get done. And once I got rolling, I felt so much better. I was like, you know what? Be productive. That's not even how the song goes. It's called Reproduction. Reproduction. It's from Grease 2. Literally best soundtrack of all time. But I digress. I'm so glad that I was able to get some stuff done around my house. It made me feel good that I was able to be productive and got some stuff done. And just getting that laundry room done alone, I felt so much better. I mean, there's something to be said about a clean room. You know what I mean? And I like to just go through my house one by one. I don't get them all done at a time. Like my to-do list is never ending. It rolls over to the next day. So don't think that like, oh, I went room by room and my house is immaculate. I have small children. It is never immaculate. It will never be clean. And while the kids do help, and obviously Alex too, he's a huge help. Nothing's ever tidy for a very long time because we live here and that's how it's supposed to be. But getting it tidy for the next time a mess needs to happen, I don't know. It just feels really nice and good. And I was so glad I was able to get that laundry room done. Wipe down the wall. I saw something that was like, this is why you wipe down the walls in the bathroom, like behind the toilet, which I try to do as often as I can. But it showed like, here's my challenge to you. Take a clean rag, spray some stuff or get it wet or whatever, and wipe the wall behind the toilet, especially if you got boys in your house, and then wring it out. That's how you know. Okay. So I like to clean the, I was going to say windows, clean the walls as often as I can. And not just in the bathroom, just like high traffic areas. And that little wall in my laundry room really needed a good wipe down. And then, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I got this done, dude. Tidying up out here, just putting Easter stuff away. Literally, when was Easter? A month ago? I'm the worst. But I'm glad that I got to it. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. And that's what I'm all about. My kitchen's a mess. Just don't worry about that. I'll get to it later. I am hopefully going to pull out my whoopie pie maker if I didn't declutter it. I feel like I wouldn't declutter that. No, I see it. Okay, there it is. Okay, it's like Jenga here. How am I gonna get it out without breaking something? Ugh. All right, probably not the smartest thing I've ever done here. Slight oversight. I don't think I kept the recipe for the whoopie pies, so I don't know what the heck I'm going to do. I feel like if I was smart, I'd probably put it somewhere safe. I'm gonna check my old recipe book and see if it's in here. No, that's not it. It is! Oh my gosh, right on top, you guys! Must have known I wanted to make a whoopie pies. Here it is, ripped and everything. Why the heck was it right on top? I mean, that's life.
This is breaking my mind.
That was exciting. It'll be even more exciting if I have the ingredients to make it. It's really simple. It calls for like a box cake mix, but you don't use the whole thing. Oh gosh, it has been forever since I've made these. It has a recipe for chocolate whoopie pies, red velvet whoopie pies, vanilla whoopie pies, and pumpkin whoopie pies. Now, I remember making, there's one recipe that calls for cake mix. All the rest have like proper ingredients, flour, sugar, baking soda, what the heck ever. I feel like maybe I made the chocolate ones the most or red velvet the most because it just calls for, maybe I didn't. It's been way too long. I'm just gonna go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. All right, you know what? No, we're not doing this. I'm gonna make vanilla ones, but with the box cake mix. I feel like I used to do this all the time. So box cake, 2 cups of that. I need butter that I have out already because Avelina and I have been munching on the sourdough bread. She's like, this isn't your best batch. And I said, it's not fresh. I threw it in the freezer. I still think it's great. It's still kind of thawing out, so it's whatever. Anyway, I've been eating this Kerrygold butter that everyone says that it is life-changing. I don't know. It is good, I'll give it that. This is the first time that I've really tasted, like the first time I've had it with just nothing else, and I'm like, okay, I get it, but not worth the price, man. I'll tell you that right now. All right, here we go. I just cracked this baby open for the first time in 10 years. It's looking well seasoned is all I'm gonna say about that. I remember like ever so lightly wiping it down every time because if I did it a full wash, they would always stick. So it is seasoned and that is that, okay? But this is what it looks like. This is the brand Baby Cakes. I don't know. I don't know where I got this. I don't know how long I've had it. My entire life. I feel like Kohl's in Pennsylvania when I went to visit and I brought it home with me. Like when I lived in Italy, when I lived abroad, I came home to visit. I feel like that's when I got it. And I was like, I cannot live my life without a whoopie pie maker. And you know what? Still holds true. So it calls for 4 tablespoons of butter. That looks pretty good. I'll add a little bit more just for good measure. I'm gonna melt it. Well, it doesn't melt well. Look at that. All the other butter melted and you can still see it in there. It holds its shape, that's for sure. So 4 tablespoons of that. It calls for 1 egg, but I'm always adding an extra egg. It just makes the cake nice and rich. 2 cups of the cake mix. And this is bringing back memories. I used to make these all the dang time. Calls for a 1/2 cup of water, but I'm gonna add buttermilk because I have it. And again, it's going to make the cake just super nice and rich. I'm gonna whisk all of this together until it's combined. I mean, I could have followed the other instructions that called for flour and sugar and all that random stuff, but it's so nicely packaged for me here. It's convenient. Will I always do it this way? Who the heck knows? I have it on hand, so I might as well take the convenience. Next time I'll make them the other way and see if it's worth it. I feel like I've made every single recipe and it just doesn't even matter. A whoopie pie is fantastic. A rose by any other name, am I right? So this is a super thick batter. That's how we like it. There might be a little learning curve to this since it's been a while since I've done this. I'm gonna give it a good wipe down a little bit, okay? Just a little one of these for good measure here. Spray it a good amount. And I can't remember what size scoop I use, so I don't know, I'm gonna use this one. The one I used to use recently broke. Oh, that's too much. Is it? We're gonna find out. What's funny is Avelina learned how to count to 12 real quick because we used to count whenever we would make these. Man, it's been a while. I remember like one side cooks faster than the other, but I can't remember which side. Close it up, and then I think it takes 2.5 minutes precisely. Oh boy, it's coming out the sides. That's not a good sign. Oh no, I accidentally
accidentally locked it. It was locked. That's why it's flowing out. I closed it too much. Oh, rats.
So they're gonna be like squished down. They're not gonna be as fluffy because oh man.
Well, life's a dance. You learn as you go. Sometimes you leave. Stop, that's 2.5. Let's check it out. Hey, they still look pretty good considering. All right, my little babies, time to cool off. I feel like I used to do this with 2 forks. Yeah, the top ones aren't as fluffy, obviously, because they lost half of their volume. I spray it every time for good measure. It would be interesting to know if they still sell this on Amazon or whatever. I also feel like I used to double the recipe, maybe. I remember one time I made these for one of my friends' engagement parties. That was like, I don't know, 10 years ago. Oh no, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough. That's okay, that's pretty good, that's a good amount. Don't lock it. I'm eating the crust because I'm the chef and I can do that. Did I tell you I made literally like 100 or 200 of these for my friend? It's like I can whip up a batch in no time, but when I'm making 200 and I got a baby on my hip, it's a whole other story, okay? I would not promote this. Listen, homemade icing is far superior than anything like this, but the only butter I have right now is the Kerrygold and I don't have enough. I don't want to waste it on icing. And so I have this from Halloween, needs to be used up. We'll just call it like garden party themed. It's just green icing, you know? It'd be super cute.
If you live in Pennsylvania or an Amish town, wherever, I feel like close to me in Sarasota, there's like an Amish community too. Like when I say Amish, I mean like a larger Amish community. Anywhere, they have whoopie pies. Go grab you one because they're great.
Fast forward 200-300 coffees later. Let me turn the light on, actually. I ended up making some buttercream from scratch over here. So forget what I said about the garden party. I mean, there's just something so magical about homemade buttercream, right? So I've got, these are nice and cool, and this is just how I do it. You can get a pipe and like pipe it in, but I find that this is the perfect amount of icing to whoopie ratio. And then I just give it a little squish, and there she is. Oh my gosh, just the perfect little pocket cake. Perfect little whoopie pie. So I'm going to dress these and let them sit, and we will likely eat these for dessert because a day without dessert is not a full day, in my opinion.
Also, I don't think I've ever in my life said, go grab you one. Like, what was that? I hope it doesn't become a trend of mine. Okay. Anyway, shoving these whoopie pies. I think listen, they can be filled with 100 different variations. Every time I visit my family in Pennsylvania, we go ham on the whoopies. Okay. And they have all kinds. Red velvet. They've got oatmeal is one of my favorite. The possibilities are literally endless. We went to Hershey Park, and inside Hershey Park, they had like a whoopie pie bakery thing where you could kind of customize and create your own. So good. I would open one. I think that would be my ultimate dream. I'm saying with a question mark. Maybe I would just eat way too many whoopie pies, but I'm using buttercream. You can use like marshmallow fluff with a couple of other things or whatever. Make it your own. Google a recipe, Pinterest, whatever. It's fantastic.
I'm gonna work on throwing some dinner together. So I'm going to make the Mexican street corn enchiladas. It's been on my mind for a while. When did this come out? I think it came out like November of last year or something. So I've been thinking about it for a long time. And good thing I didn't read the ingredients correctly, but I always have green and red enchilada sauce on hand because come to find, I used to hate enchiladas, but turns out I love them. Anyway, I thought the recipe called for green chilies because I speed read and I don't pay attention most of the time. So anyway, this is everything that you're going to need. Can you see it all? Whatever, you'll see it when we throw it together. So I'm starting out with a pound of cooked chicken. And to that, I'm going to add 1 can of green enchilada sauce. I'm sure you can do red, but I love green. It is my absolute favorite. There's something so delicious about green. Oh, my mouth is tingling. It's salivating. It's ready to eat.
Then I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of plain Greek yogurt. It's just like a nice healthy swap to add in a little bit of protein. She does this with many of her recipes where she kind of just adds in yogurt, especially ones that call for sour cream. I'm also going to add in 3/4 cup of sour cream. Then I'm gonna throw in some garlic powder. Finally finish that one off. Time for a fresh one. I'm gonna add a little bit more garlic powder. And then some chili powder. Am I joking with that side? Just a little splash. Tahini, which I bought for the first time. It's always been on my, you know, some people eat watermelon and tahini. I do have watermelon, so maybe I'll throw some in. This is kind of similar to chili powder, slightly different. I wonder what's different in here. Well, I can't read the ingredients because just that color green with the color they have in print doesn't work for my eyes. Just gonna mix all of this together. I feel like tahini has cumin and chili powder maybe doesn't. I don't know. Ooh, I just took a little taste. It tastes delicious. What's next? Oh, just kidding. I wasn't supposed to add the chicken yet. Well, what the heck? Whatever, I did what I did. It's fine, it'll be fine because it always turns out just fine. And I'll show you what I'm going to do to ensure that it turns out just fine. Next up, I'm going to add 1 can of corn, and I got the corn with like the peppers in here. The Fiesta. I think I reserved some of this, hold up. Okay, I add half of this to the mixture and then 1 cup of cheese. It's a little piddly. I usually have my Costco size bagged cheese and I just grab a huge honkin' handful. And then I'm going to divide that mixture between these carb balanced tortillas. These are my favorite. Nothing tastes weird about them. Wait, what do I do with these? What the heck do I do with these? Do I need these? Why did I buy these? Why did I think, oh, maybe it's for a different recipe. Okay, all good over here. So now I'm assembling the enchiladas, and since I didn't reserve, I think the recipe calls to reserve like a cup or a half a cup of the like liquid mixture. Since I didn't do that, I just shoved the tortillas in the whole mixture just to let it absorb the like liquid. I don't know what to call it. You know what I mean? So I'm just making sure it coats the whole tortilla, and then I'm filling it up with the chicken mixture. Fill it up more than you think, okay? Because one thing about Elise's recipes you'll find is that they are very filling. The portion sizes are fantastic if you're someone who portions things out by weight. I mean, you will find that this stuff will really fill you up, and it's fantastic, and it's easy, family friendly. I can't rave about them enough. When I'm talking about them, the recipes are macro-friendly foods. I'll try to link her Instagram because she shares recipes on there. This is actually a freebie recipe. That's why I'm sharing it with you, but it was delicious, so good. Threw it in the oven, I don't know, 350 for like 30 minutes. For the beans, it's dark over here. I'm sorry. I would turn the light on. I normally sometimes have a light, but it's not charged. And I have 2 cans of black beans, drained, rinsed. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil in there, a little bit of cumin, just for a nice smoky flavor, maybe a little more, why not? Some garlic because we can. And here's the kicker. Oh my gosh, I've been waiting all my life to figure out how to make these so good. I have a can of red enchilada sauce, and mine is mild. I feel like even with mild, it gets a little wild and crazy. And then I have just a nice handful of cilantro, and I'm just gonna mix this together and cook it on low for like, I don't know, 20 minutes while the enchiladas are in the oven. It's such a quick, easy side dish to throw together. Look at it. Isn't it colorful and delicious? And it's not gonna look like this in 20 minutes, but it's gonna taste supreme. And sure as heck, they did taste supreme dream. Oh, tonight I'm making burgers. Tomorrow I'm gonna have the, ooh, my mouth, I can't wait to eat it. I can't even wait. Okay, I've got a whole, you know it's a good meal plan when you're excited for all the meals coming up, right? I think I just really love food. Let me take a little sip of water, actually. Well, turns out I'm all out of my liquid IV and my water cup, so I gotta refill that. All right, moving on to the fun stuff I get to do around the house, cleaning my kitchen. Oh wait, another load of laundry? Cool. I just tidied up the kitchen a little bit. The bigger girls came out and helped me unload the dishwasher and helped me with a couple of other things. And I tidied up a little bit and then just filmed me putting the dishes into the dishwasher, all good things. You know, it's all about that motivation to get some stuff done around the house. And because you know what I mean? We just got to get it done. Okay. This is the shoes. Let me grab a before clip, and I'm actually going to go get another clip for you right now. All right. First of all, we have to see what they looked like before. Gross, grody, dirty. Actually, honestly, they're not like so bad. But when you see the before and after, I think you're going to agree with me. I tried to take them. Oh my gosh, yeah, they were really bad. I tried to take a clip of them. This is still the before in the same area because there's no natural light in it. It's all like the same lighting. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Now they look really bad. Like the tops of them. Here is the after. Oh my God. What? Did I get brand new shoes? Did I go to the store, switch them out? I will say some people online, they like took the shoelaces out. I'm too lazy for that. I don't even care. And they turned out just fine. And what was the other thing I wanted to say? Well, I can't remember, but look at this. Hardly any effort, no skill involved at all. And I have essentially brand new shoes. Oh, some people shove like clean socks in them to help keep their shape, but I don't know. I think it's fine. I don't think these are the kinds of shoes that need that. Like they don't hold much shape anyway. So I think they turned out just great. And here is the finished, I forgot what this is called. Street corn enchiladas or something. And listen, I've never had street corn before, but I do love this cheese. Fantastic. I loved it all together. Loved the flavors. I'm salivating right now. I actually just had some for lunch. This with the beans. I mean, high fives all around. Standing ovation, if you will. It was great. So if you're looking for a quick, easy dinner, obviously the cilantro adds so much, a pop of color, but also a pop of flavor too. Just so great. So if you're looking for a good, easy recipe, look no further. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. This video was long, or I'd pop in for an outro. I think this is good enough. If you want to subscribe, put a little happy in your day. I'm hoping to get to 1 million by the end of this minute. I'll see you next time. Bye.